And welcome back, everybody. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee. You know, on April the 22nd, an event will take place to provide a safe haven for women of color, by women of color. And joining us with the details, we have Cheyenne Jones and Flossie Romero. We welcome you guys to the show. How are you?
Good.
Welcome to Open.
Thank you for
Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Thank you.
Yes. Tell us about what you guys are doing.
So Women of Color in Solidarity is a collective that started about 3 years ago in Worcester, Massachusetts. And this is our first annual conference. We say annual because we're hoping it will come every year. But we are really just creating this conference to have women of color come together to heal, to liberate each other, to educate each other by women of color. Yeah.
And this is the first conference?
Yeah.
All right, it's a brand new baby, yeah. So tell us about what you thought about doing what? How did this come about?
So pretty much me and Cheyenne, we met at Clark University, which was a predominantly white institution in Worcester, and we realized that we didn't have a safe space to be in dialogue with other women of color. And when it was women of color, we were all separated. Like Black women were here, Latina women were here, Native American women were here, and we were never in contact with each other. So we wanted to create that space to be in contact with one another about our different community struggles and like our different practices of healing and so on and so forth. So we decided to create that space.
So you were in a college predominantly white, and you said, well, wait a minute, there's a couple of us here. We are women of color. And you came up with the name.
Yes.
Yes, all right. So then how did this come about? How did you know that you wanted to do something about women of color?
Honestly, it kind of just came bit by bit. We were very grateful to have community organizers in Worcester who opened their spaces for us to create dialogue. We say women of color because we say it's a political term, not just based on race and ethnicity, but it was created as a political term. So
you know, women are coming together more and more. I mean, they've always had something going on, you know, whether it be fighting for political rights or any other kind of rights. But women, you see the big marches going on. Women come out in full force. They don't get around.
True.
So you have this conference coming up. Tell us about it.
So it's titled Connecting Head, Heart, and Soul. And it's pretty much just kind of getting at the root that we've been fragmented by by not only historical trauma, but present trauma as well. And so this conference really aims to connect your head, heart, and soul. And what we mean by that is head, we talk about decolonizing your education.
Yes.
So pretty much unlearning everything that you've been taught to learn by white supremacy.
Yeah.
And decolonizing your heart is pretty much decolonizing love. What does it mean to love one another? What does it mean for me from a different race and ethnicity than Cheyenne to love her from like a genuine friendship level and not just like be in solidarity when something bad happens, or not just be in contact when there's a Black boy who gets killed in the street, or when we're protesting No Dapple, or when we're protesting immigration. Like, how do we actually connect with each other on a genuine one-on-one level? Because nothing can sustain itself if you don't like have the love at the forefront of any type of movement.
So this is really not new because people have been struggling and doing things like this for a long time. But this is a new beginning for you guys. This is a new season.
yeah.
I mean, besides it being the first day of spring. This is a new season for you guys. So tell us about this conference.
Well, I think one thing that is important is it's coming at a time where we're in this new political climate, and we really want to think about intersectionality. What does it mean to come together to not just fight, as Flossie was saying, for one struggle, but what does it mean to really be in dialogue with each other, to take a pause to say, how do we create conversations, create spaces before we actually act? And so that's really what the conference is about. We're very grateful to have people from all different walks of life coming together to really engage in these conversations. So.
So it's going to take place where?
It's going to take place in the Lower East Side in different places because, as we know, New York, they have smaller spaces. So we're going to be at the Lower East Side Girls Club, the Norican Poets Cafe, the 6th Street Community Center. So
You're ready to say Bowery. Around the Bowery?
The Bowery Poets Cafe?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then some other places around the Lower East Side.
That's good. So can guys come too?
No.
Can we come and report it?
I mean, like, You can come to the after party if you want.
Come to
But-
the after
Take
party.
donations too.
But we do.
Oh,
take
we can do
Yeah, you can
Guys
donate.
can do donations. That's a beautiful thing.
You can definitely donate to us, but we really want to make sure it's for women of color and creating.
Is it a secret? What do women expect to grasp hold of when they come to this conference?
Well, I guess it's a combination of workshops, but also dialogue. So we want to have like legitimate like skills that you can take back with you. Like we have some women doing workshops on ancestral healing and different plants that can heal you, different capsules, different plants that are used for anxiety, depression, so on and so forth. But at the same time, we have spaces for dialogues to be held on like what it means to be like a Native queer woman, or what it means to be like a Black woman in like 2017, and so on and so forth. So
We'll have We'll have an intersectionality panel. We'll have a women of color media panel, and then we're also having an artist showcase as well.
Do you want to reach out to the guys? I mean, for donations?
Yes, definitely.
All right,
They can. You can donate.
Take my friend camera 3. That's camera 1. You switched up on me. This is camera 1 now. Go ahead.
So if anybody wants to donate to us, you can hit us up on wocsolidarity@gmail.com. Yeah, that's it.
And they can make donations to the
Yeah,
same
you
place.
can email us. There's different places to donate. We're on Eventbrite. We also have a GoFundMe, and then you can hit us up on Facebook. And we can get in touch.
Give them a big hand, everybody. Cheyenne Wizard Jones, co-founder, Women of Color, Solidarity and Solidarity. And Flossie Romero, co-founder, Women of Color and Solidarity. Thank you, guys.
For having
And come back and share more, okay? All right, you're always welcome. We got to take a quick break, but coming up next, we'll have more open next. Stay tuned.